So good morning students. Yesterday we were talking about microbes as biocontrol agents. In that we had discussed some of the examples. Okay, what examples we had discussed means as bioinsecticide and as bioherbicide we had discussed. As bioinsecticide we had I had explained you about the ladybird beetle, then dragonflies. Ladybird beetle are going to control the plant aphids, and these dragonflies are going to control the mosquitoes. So, except that, I had also explained about the Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria, which is one of the bacteria. So, these bacteria are going to produce a protein, and that protein is known as the cryprotein. Why we are calling it as the cryprotein means because it is in the form of crystalline. So the name of that protein is the thureoside. So this protein is very harmful or toxic. So this while the insects are going to eat this toxic substance, while the insects will eat this toxic substance, these substance enter into the gut, that is in the stomach. It will enter into the stomach of the insect. So there, for example, this is the stomach means whatever the cells of the stomach will be there, this thureoside is going to damage these cells. So these cells get burst, due to which the stomach is also going to get burst. Then the insect will die. In this way, these bacteria are going to control, or it will act as a biocontrol agent. And accept these by DNA recombinant technology. Which technology? DNA recombinant technology. Here, some of the scientists or researchers have been, by using this technique, they had developed some of the crop plants such as BT cotton, BT tomato, okay, in which they had introduced the BT gene. So that this particular crop plant will become resistant to the bioinsecticide. So this is about the bioinsecticide. See, this is about some of the living organism. First we had talked about some other insects. Secondly, we are talking about the bacteria. Next we will talk about the fungi and then virus. How they are acting as an what we call bioinsecticide. Next, see here, another example, the third example over here, that is the trichoderma. So first we are talking about the bioinsecticides. In this bioinsecticide, one of the example is the trichoderma. Here, the trichoderma is one of the free living saprophytic fungus. What do you mean by this saprophytic means? The fungus which feeds on the excreta of the animals. So that is the meaning of saprophytic fungus. It is one of the free living saprophytic fungus which commonly found on the dead organic matter of soil. Okay, so this fungus, it is one of the most effective biocontrol agent, okay, of several pathogens. It is one of the most effective biocontrol agent for pathogens. Pathogens means which causes diseases in the plants. Okay, so here it is one of the most effective biocontrol agent for several pathogens. It is effective biocontrol agent of for most of the pathogens, and the pathogens of the diseases which is related with the soil. Okay, pathogens of soil-borne diseases. And what are that soil-borne diseases means? Soil-borne diseases means the diseases which is related, which is arising from the soil. Okay, so it is effective to what? To the organism which are causing the soil-borne diseases in the plant, such as root rot. These are the names of the diseases: foot rot, root rot, foot rot, rhizome rot, rhizome rot, then collar rot, damping off, then wilts. These are the examples of what? Of soil-borne diseases which can be controlled by what? By fungus that is known as the trichoderma. Okay, the next here, this is one example. This is one of the fungus. Next, one more example is there, that it is a virus. So let's see about that fungus. Sorry, that example. Here, a virus is there. The name of that virus is Buffalo virus. What is the name of that virus? That is the Buffalo virus. Buffalo viruses. Okay. See, this is one of the virus, or the Buffalo virus or pathogen which occurs naturally. Okay. It attacks, see, first of all, occurs naturally. The next thing, it attacks insects and other arthropods. Okay, it occurs naturally, and to whom it is going to kill means it attacks the insects and other arthropods. Arthropods means that is also insects. So this Buffalo virus, it is one of the rod-shaped virus. It is one of the rod-shaped virus. It belongs to genera. To which genus does it belong means? It belongs to genera Nucleopolyhedrovirus. There are two genera or the two genus to which this Buffalo virus will belong. That is the NPV. That is the Nucleopolyhedrovirus. Okay, and one more genus or the genera is there, that is GB, that is granulovirus. These are the two genera to which the Buffalo virus will belong. The majority of Buffalo virus which is used as a biocontrol agent, it will belong to the genera Nucleopolyhedrovirus. See here, majority of Buffalo virus which act as an biocontrol agent biocontrol agent, it will belong to nucleopolyhedrovirus. Okay, most of the or majority of the baculovirus which is belonging to the nucleopolyhedrovirus, they will act as an biocontrol agent. So this virus is a species specific. It is not going to affect to all the organisms which are going to destroy this crop fields. Okay, it is a species specific. Okay, it is one of the species specific. It has a species specific effect. Okay, the next, it does not going to affect to any other organism or non-target organism. They will affect only to a specific species or specific organism which is going to damage the crop field. So these viruses are known to control the pest like potato beetles. This virus is going to control the pests like potato beetles. As I told you, it is species specific, aphids and conborers. Aphids and conborers. These are some of the names of the insects. These insects are controlled by this virus. Which is that virus? Baculovirus, which belong to the genus nucleopolyhedrovirus or granulovirus. Okay, so among these, majority of the baculovirus belong to which virus or which genus? That is the nucleopolyhedrovirus. It is having a species specific effect. It is not going to affect to some other organism. So okay, so what are the insects to which it is going to control? Means potato beetles, then aphids, conborers. The next, one more virus is there. The name of that virus is entomococcus. One more example of the virus which is acting as a biocontrol agent, that is the entomococcus. Entomococcus. See, all these examples, sometimes they will ask for 1 mark questions. In 1 marks questions, they will ask entomococcus is the another virus, another baculovirus. This is also one of the another baculovirus. Okay, so which control the development of grasshoppers. This grasshopper, this insect, it is also causing a major effect to the crop plants. Okay, so this virus, entomococcus, which is also one of the baculovirus, it is going to control the grasshoppers. So this is about what? This is about the viruses. Okay, so the topic, that is microbes as biocontrol agents, is completed. Next we will go for the next topic, that is microbes as biofertilizers. Microbes as biofertilizers. See here, till now what we studied means, see, we are non-aware of the overuse of chemical fertilizers. What I had explained in the last class. Okay, that is about the pesticide, herbicide, in which they are going to use the chemicals, they are going to spray the chemicals on the crop plants, which are most harmful, most toxic to the human beings, to the animals, to the environment, as it causes the soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, or all over environmental pollution. So it is majorly affecting to the soil and the water. So moreover, not only they are causing the pollution in the environment, but also they are more expensive. So their large pressure to switch off, to overcome from this problem, they had introduced one of the term is there, that is known as the organic farming. So organic farming, where they are going to use, instead of the chemicals or pesticides, here they are going for the organic farming. Organic farming means where they are going to use the manure. Okay, manure or the biofertilizer. So let's see what do you mean by this biofertilizers. See, biofertilizers are organisms biofertilizers are the organisms that can enrich the fertility of soil or nutrient quality of soil. That can enrich the nutrient quality of soil. See, soil will be there. Soil, which is one of the most important media or medium for the growth of a better development of a plant. Okay, for the growth or the development of plant, as the main part of the plant is immersed into the soil. So the soil should be fertile. Okay, when the soil is going to become fertile, when there is a high quality or a rich quality of nutrient will be present in the soil, then only the soil will become the fertile. So here, who is making that soil fertile means, that is the biofertilizer. What are these biofertilizers means? These are also the some of the organisms or the microbes. What they are, these organisms? These organisms are the microbes. Either it may be a bacteria or either it may be a fungi. So this bacteria or fungi that is making the soil more nutrient. Okay. Otherwise, that is making the soil more fertile. So let's see. Here there are some certain groups, categories are there. Bacteria as a nitrogen. First, we will see about the bacteria. So that is bacteria as nitrogen fixers. Here, one process is there that is known as the nitrogen fixation. Here, in this process, that is in nitrogen fixation process, the bacteria are going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the roots of the plants. Okay, so here in the bacteria as nitrogen fixers, where a nitrogen fixation process is going to take place. Here the first group is there, that is the about the biofertilizer, that is the Rhizobial biofertilizer. So we will see that one. Here, Rhizobial First, bacteria as nitrogen fixers. In that, the first group is Rhizobial Biofertilizers. Rhizobial Biofertilizers, and otherwise symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. Symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So see here, Rhizobial. Rhizobial means it is the name of the bacteria. What is that name? That is the Rhizobium. This is one of the bacteria which fixes the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So here the Rhizobium, it is one of the most important source for biofertilizer. So which bacteria they are using? By the use of a Rhizobium bacteria, biofertilizer is going to be produced. So they form an efficient symbiotic association with the leguminous plant. Here I will explain what do you mean by the symbiotic association. They form this bacteria, it forms an symbiotic association with leguminous plants. See here, especially whatever the nitrogen fixing process is there, that is going to take place in the leguminous plants. So here, a symbiotic association means where the bacteria is also beneficial as well as the leguminous plants are also beneficial to each other. So that association, that relation, we can call it as the symbiotic association. So here, this Rhizobium bacteria, whatever the bacteria is there, this Rhizobium bacteria, it fixes the nitrogen in the form of nitrate. In which forms they are fixing? The atmospheric nitrogen, that is in the form of what? Nitrate. In whom? So this nitrate is used up by whom? By the leguminous plants. So this nitrate will act as a biofertilizer for whom, means that is for the leguminous plants. See, however, you had studied in the class 11 how the root nodule is going to be formed. Okay, or the process of formation of root nodules. In the leguminous plants also, here, for example, this is the roots of the leguminous plants. Leguminous plants, for example, lentils, pea, cowpea, chickpea, whatever in the form of legumes, they are known as the leguminous plants. So here, the Rhizobium bacteria, this is the root of leguminous plant. Okay, here in this leguminous plant, there will be a formation of nodules. What it is? These are the nodules. Or else, we can also call it as the root nodules. What it is known as? It is known as the root nodules. So here, who is going to form these root nodules? These root nodules are going to be formed by the Rhizobium bacteria. So here, the Rhizobium bacteria, which is going to form the root nodules and in the this leguminous plants and Rhizobium, here the Rhizobium bacteria, for example, this is the atmosphere where there is a presence of nitrogen, or else we can also call it as the atmospheric nitrogen gas, which is present in the atmosphere. So this Rhizobium bacteria, it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen into what? Into the root nodules. Where it is going to form the fix the nitrogen means that is in the root nodules. This nitrogen gets fixed into the root nodules. Okay, in the presence, see, these root nodules are having a pigment. That pigment is known as this root nodules are having a pigment. That pigment is pink in color. A pink color pigment is there. So that pink colored pigment this root nodules or this Rhizobium bacteria fixes the atmospheric nitrogen in the root nodules, in which there is a presence of a pink colored pigment. That name of the pink colored pigment is the leg hemoglobin. What it is known as? It is known as the leg hemoglobin, which is pink in color. Next thing, this leg hemoglobin, it will act as an, see, whatever the fixing of nitrogen process is there, it is in the absence of oxygen. That means in an aerobic condition, this fixing of nitrogen takes place. So this leg hemoglobin, it will act as an oxygen scavenger. Means it will absorb all the oxygen whatever present in the roots, okay, which will forms an anaerobic condition. What it will form? It forms an anaerobic condition in the root nodules. Who is going to form that anaerobic condition? That is the pigment leg hemoglobin, okay, which is one of the pink colored pigment, which is acting as an oxygen scavenger. Means they will utilize or they will digest all the oxygen molecules from the root nodules, due to which it forms an anaerobic condition. Then here, and which this due to the presence of leg hemoglobin, which is acting as an oxygen scavenger, it maintains an anaerobic condition. And one more thing about this nitrogen fixing in the root nodule, one enzyme is involved. What is that enzyme mean? It means an enzyme which is present in these root nodules, that is the nitrogenase. What is the name of that enzyme? That is the nitrogenous genase. And one more thing, it is believed that the Rhizobium bacteria has the genes. What is that genes means? So that is the NIF genes. This is very important question for 1 mark. What do you mean by NIF genes? Means it is believed that this Rhizobium has a nitrogen fixing genes. In short, they are written as the NIF genes. That's why they are able to fix the nitrogen in the leguminous plants. So here, under this anaerobic condition, the leg hemoglobin pigment is going to maintain an anaerobic condition which activates the enzyme nitrogenase. So this nitrogenase, this enzyme, it will reduce the nitrogen to ammonia. This nitrogen is going to convert in the presence of an enzyme nitrogenase, and it is converted into ammonia. This ammonia will act as an biofertilizer. Understood? See here, once again I will tell you about the Rhizobium bacteria. In the Rhizobial biofertilizer, Rhizobial means the name itself, you can say which organism is going to act as a biofertilizer, means Rhizobium. Rhizobium, which is one of the bacteria. Okay, here it forms an symbiotic association with whom? With specifically with the leguminous plants. Okay, some examples such as lentils are there, cowpea, chickpea, whatever the legumes will be there, in them it is going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. See here, how it is going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen means, here in the leguminous plant, this rhizobium bacteria, in the leguminous plant, this rhizobium bacteria, it forming a root nodules. Okay, in that root nodules, they are going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, in these root nodules, there is a presence of an pink colored pigment which is known as the leg hemoglobin. This leg hemoglobin, which will act as an oxygen scavenger. Due to the presence, due to the this leg hemoglobin, which is acting as an oxygen scavenger, which will make an or maintain an anaerobic condition. See, this anaerobic condition, it will activate the enzyme that is known as the nitrogenase. Then this nitrogenase enzyme, it will convert the nitrogen into the ammonia. Lastly, this ammonia will used or utilized as an biofertilizer. Okay, so this is about what? About the bacteria as nitrogen fixers. The first one, we had talked only about one bacteria, that is the rhizobium bacteria. Next, the second association is there, loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria. So let's see that one. Here, loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria is there, then free living bacteria, then cyanobacteria, then lastly mycorrhizae is there. So this loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria, that I will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.